Good evening.
Hello.
Are you feeling better?
Yes, I was visited by Ophelia and she did some healing on me.
You must have made another key I'm not aware of. Nonetheless.
I only know she was here with Arlo.
Perhaps he has another, I'm not sure. Nonetheless, I'm glad you're feeling better.
I am too. Managed to get my good plushie back today.
The one I gave you?
Yes, it had gone missing for a bit.
Oh. I never did get a chance to communicate with the others that it was something given to you, so perhaps it was taken as a contraband.
That makes sense.
You still good on food, water?
Yes, I am good. Ophelia also gave me some teas for sleeping.
Good. Still hoping to check in with someone today. I haven't had quite the chance to meet with anybody. I'm not sure what what step they're at in the process with you.
I see. Well, as far as I know, the high vessel is awake today.
Perhaps I'll check in with her then. But nonetheless, I figured I should check in with you first. If there's anything else that you should need, let me know.
Nothing besides what we had already talked about. But just having someone to talk to helps.
Of course. I'll see if I can get in contact with the High Vessel or anybody else, for that matter. I'll check in again later.
Thank you.
Interesting. Arlo and Ophelia entered. So perhaps there is another key floating around. Not the worst. But also not preferred. Then again, who am I to call the shots? Blood tends to be the strongest binding agent, at least socially. Those who face certain death together often grow closer due to the shared tragedy. The illegal Mushroom Island villager trading post was not mine, no, but it would serve useful. I began to prepare my set. If we were to trigger these traps, it would of course put me closer in with the overworld court, a defender yet again setting his life on the line for his kingdom. And further, whoever did own the island would hopefully be sniffed out and investigated, taking away attention from my workings. Now, with the scene set, all I had to do was call places and action.
At the point now where if we want to continue doing chocolate stuff, we need more milk.
Again?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Good seeing
Yeah,
you.
we're Can he hear us in the group? You can hear us in the group, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
it's
Yeah.
open.
Yeah, we're good.
Hello.
Hello.
We're cooking.
Yeah.
It's actually more like we're watching her cook.
Ooh, we're spectating.
Us.
I've been making cake.
Makes sense. You had the party coming up, correct? Or
What was that?
something of the
What?
like. You have some event coming up, right?
Yeah, my birthday, yeah. Oh, how are you? Are you doing well? You good?
I believe so.
Good, good. Do you
Had-
want to go somewhere privately to talk, or
I'm fine sticking around here if you're busy.
I wouldn't
I
say
don't
I'm
need
necessarily
to.
busy, but it's
It's nothing important. I was just thinking it would be wise to check up.
yeah. I for the most part, I think there's not a whole lot of added information after what we discussed about a week ago. Because you were there for most of the conversation in regards to like Paige and Jura, right? Maybe not
What
the Jura
about...
stuff. We're arresting Jura.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
no,
They
this I was
decided
not
to-
aware of.
Well, we have proof that they broke into the castle and compromised information and all kinds of things, which actually leads me to I owe you an apology. It was an opinion of Jura's that kind of started me off on a rocky foot of struggling to fully let myself like be friends with you, and I realize now that I was wrong about that.
The one that I'm understanding
That
correctly was
accused
it
you of all the
the...
things.
Yeah. I believe I had
Yeah.
brought that up to you. I didn't know
Yeah.
that had gotten around to you.
Yeah. Oh, she spoke with Arlo and I at one point in time and gave me a book filled with a whole bunch of crap and said a whole bunch of stuff. But now knowing what I know about her, I can see that my gut was right.
She's fishy.
Yeah, yeah. So I just figured I owed you like a post-emptive apology.
Well, if it's any merit to yourself, then I didn't particularly notice that you were on any wrong foot. I figured it was more so on my part.
No, I mean, I typically, like Ollie says, allow people to show me who they are before I decide if they're a friend or not. And you haven't ever outrightly done anything towards me. But I will say that having her speak all her crap did put doubts in my head. And now that I know that she's going to jail for being shady, I figured that I should apologize.
Right. You said we are arresting Jura?
Yeah, the overworld, yeah, yeah.
Would that not be an Endirian concern?
Well, she
Ah,
broke
cool,
into
okay.
our castle, and we've been working on it together. We do have permission to arrest on Endarian ground if we need to, and if it's a trial by combat, will be fought in the Endarian arena. All the things.
Well, if I wasn't already having a good day.
Well, good. I'm glad that it makes your day better.
Well, given she's one of few strangers or unfamiliar faces that has left a distaste in my mouth, it certainly brings me something to know that she's getting what's coming to her.
I mean, it might take me a second to fully get to the bottom of all the things, but I try to stand up for my people pretty well, so I'm glad that this is
Right.
kind of a loose end to be tied up.
And how are things with Paige?
From my understanding, I believe she's doing well. I need to speak with, I guess, Alma. General Alma Tarasu has requested a meeting with themselves and Skylar regarding Paige. I just have not been present to get back to anybody about
They
it.
want it with both of them.
Yeah, I think. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check my.
I thought it was just Anna.
No. I have the. It's right here. It says, I'm aware that Skylar has already apologized to you, and I want to thank you for hearing him out. I would like to have a meeting with the three of us to discuss a plan to fix Paige's problem. I believe we might have a solution.
Interesting.
Yeah. I haven't responded yet, though. Today's been overwhelming with everybody kind of coming back around at the same time.
And a
Things
day
have been
full of
quiet.
chickens.
Yeah. How are you? Are you doing well? Are things overwhelming for you?
No, things have been very slow. We had everything going on the week that I was knighted, and then with Paige, and everything going on, but after that it fell quite quiet.
Good. Gives us time to recoup a little bit. Oh, I don't know if either of you, I guess we just were. I don't know if you know where Big Pharma is or if you've been there.
Big what?
But there is a village off to the side of Big Pharma that's just like on fire.
Big what?
I assume it's a village. What maybe is left of a village?
You've never been to Big Pharma?
That's not a word I'm even remotely familiar with.
Would you allow me to take you to Big Pharma?
Make it quick if you have to pick me up.
You'll end up picking me up, but
Oh.
I will wait until you're taller if you'd like.
Sure.
Okay. Big Pharma's super cool. It's like a lot of super hard work put in and a lot of dedication, but off to
We
the
have no
side.
clue who owns it.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. But off to the side, there's just this like village burning down.
Big...
Yeah, it's just a big farm.
Oh. Right. Farm.
Yeah. FARMA.
Why would they not just call it Big Farm?
I don't know.
Very valid
Seems-
question.
Odd.
Yeah. I don't know. People be peopling.
Have you checked in with Paige at all?
I have not. I have been away while everybody has been away for my own safety after finding out about Jura.
Right. I did hear from Paige tonight that apparently Ophelia and Arlo came by.
Yes. I believe they did. Ophelia was checking in with her health-wise, and I
Yes.
believe Arlo was just escorting.
In the last week or so, I have noticed she has been declining.
Yeah.
She
it's-
was unable to speak for a bit.
I think it's hard for them to be isolated, but it's also I can't justify having them not
loose.
be contained.
Right.
So I'm stuck in the middle. I'm struggling with it as well.
I did bring up the idea of the sparring to them, and they seemed accepting and eager for it.
Receptive.
Yes.
Good. I think it would be good for them. I don't want necessarily to see anybody get hurt, but I think having some socialized interactions and potentially like even mentorship
Right.
could be good.
Guiding any potential aggressive energy into something productive.
Yeah.
My rough concept for it would be a weak armor, something light armor, leather armor perhaps. And instead of brawling until someone goes down, more so just brawling until the armor breaks. It would prevent things from getting too violent. Weak
Yeah.
weaponry as well.
She definitely, I think, has a lot of potential that can be directed. And I think she wants to use it for something other than like the curse situation. I don't think she necessarily is what the curse has made her out to be, and I think she wants the chance to show that to people.
Certainly.
So I think that could be good. I'm hoping that once I get the opportunity to speak more to Skylar and Amma, that we can kind of clear some stuff up a little bit. But
Is there
there's
anywhere
stuff
that
going
you
on
would
that end too.
like me to build the sparring area, or?
I mean, there is the little like Knights training area.
I was thinking something a little more expansive and open, just for... That would be quite closed in.
Yeah.
But something a little more open, at least sky access would probably help in her case. And
Yeah.
a wider arena gives more openings for different combative techniques or styles.
Do you have any ideas, Ollie? You adventure way more than I do.
I'm trying to think. Like, I know there's a lot of like open space kind of behind the castle. Nobody's really done anything back there.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I worry about escorting her too far from the castle.
Yeah. Well,
And
this
her,
would
like-
obviously be after we've got a little bit more clarity on what's going on, but
Yeah.
we
There
could
is
go look
also
behind the
the-
castle if you'd like.
Sure. There's also an argument where if we take her through a warp stone, somewhere unfamiliar, if she was to run off, she would have no bearing. It's a morbid thought, but
Yeah. She'd be out there.
to
No idea where she's at and no equipment on her. So.
it wouldn't be wise, but if brawling just right behind the castle and she manages to slip loose, she would know
That's
exactly
fair.
where she was.
That's true.
Well, the sun's coming up, guys.
We have the same level of ADHD.
Oh, I'm not meaning to. We were gonna go show Atticus Big Pharma, and we were waiting for the sun to come up.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
There might even be somewhere out in that region of the world that would work too. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of where my thought process was, is that maybe there's some land that's further out there. I don't know who owns Big Pharma, so like not right on top of it, but
Yeah.
I've also explored enough where I'm sure I could find something remote enough.
yeah. I mean, at the very least, the other side of the island on like the birthday area.
Could double as, any
Yeah.
partygoers can spar. Let everyone get their aggressive energy out.
Okay, pick me up and we'll go. Do-do-do-do. Ta-da!
This is certainly a big farm.
Wait, has the pavilion been here since we were just out here? Was this here when we were here?
Right.
Earlier, yeah.
Oh,
When we came like last week, I don't think it was.
All this, and we have no idea who made this?
Yeah.
Huh.
Pretty much. There's just like weird pigs in the attic too. I don't understand that.
There's... Huh. There is pigs in the attic.
you can join the group if you want. There's
Sure.
not a password.
I forgot that we were like in a group, so I just assumed he could still hear us when we walked.
No, he can't. But there's like some space over here, and then again, the idea of the birthday area too. That island is completely unused. I don't know how big they intend to go with it, but
There's an island. I guess not like an island. It's like an offshoot of the same patch of land. So they're like, you would kind of have water between like the birthday spot and like the sparring spot,
mm-hmm.
but it's far enough away that like you're looking at a pretty good hike if you're trying to get back to the castle or Wolvenshire.
Yeah, that could work.
We could check it out, or we can.
You've been to the birthday spot, right? You were there the night we
Yes,
like
you had
started
me
it. Okay.
save the waypoint. Or waystone.
Be the buffalo still here.
Yeah, I think over
Oh,
like this way where the horses were at is across that water. There's another patch of land over there.
Yeah.
But you'd either have to walk all the way around this or cross the water to get over there.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know. The overworld is full of potential and options and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. Well, and I think between the two of you, you both adventure more than anyone else I know, so I'm not against having like an area as long as it's safe and not a murderous situation.
of course.
You know, that would be tragic.
Mm-hmm. 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 Also, have you met Chris Stark?
I think we've run into each other
Briefly.
Once or twice.
Yeah, this is Chris Stark.
Hello.
He's one of my best friends.
He's one of the
Yes.
ones.
Mhm.
Yeah, one of the good ones. One of the ones that's not being arrested.
That
And,
would
like-
classify most of the end, I believe.
He's also not the type to like demand to see the inside of your house either.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard him demand anything ever.
No.
I
Very,
don't like demanding anything.
he's just a very
just
nice,
like chilling.
polite boy. Hello, donkey.
I don't like when people break laws
Yeah.
and
I
invade people's.
That would
Private
apply
life.
to most people.
You would be surprised. You would think that most people would be like, the laws are the laws for a reason. But then you meet some of them and you talk to them for half a second and they're just like, well, why? 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 Why can't I
Why?
X, Y, Z? It's like, well, because it's the law. And they're like, the law? What even
Why
is
you do
the law?
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
but he's just holding a whole donkey,
Yeah.
and you have a horse.
this?
Okay, so earlier we were out here and we were hanging out and I think Ollie potentially put Chris Stark on the buffalo's back and then I put a lead on the buffalo and it was a buffalo train.
Oh, help.
Interesting.
You put
Yeah.
the horse on your head.
I was trying to put the donkey
no.
on the horse.
Oh, don't do that.
Nope.
I feel like that would be really heavy for the horse.
You know what? You're right. It might be.
Yeah.
Hello, horse.
Buffalo! Hello, sir. Are you still grumpy? Yeah, you're still grumpy. He screamed at
Buffalo's
me.
grumpy?
He screams at me every time he sees me!
Well, to be fair, you drug him around at the speed of
Yeah.
light.
Yeah. That's fair.
He just
He doesn't
likes
like
to
me.
mosey. You forced him to get a move on.
Yeah, he doesn't like me. It's okay. You'll love me someday.
I don't know if he will.
You're gonna love me. You'll
Where-
see. I'll wear you down.
Have we had another accident with a cat?
I hope not.
There was one here, but I'm thinking maybe
It was moved.
maybe Naomi took it with her so that she
Possibly.
didn't have to deal with Phantom.
There's so many
It was-
signs now.
Those signs were already there.
Ooh, moss tunnel. Sanctuary for the Sniffers. What's this one? Buffet Tower. Oh yeah, they got.
I hate to say, but these signs have only made me more confused.
Well, that's okay. They know what they're doing.
Well, good.
And you played your part.
Oh.
You did. You.
There's a big
pitched in.
drop over here.
Uh-oh. Over where?
Over here. Behind you.
Oh, I was like, Questark, where's over here?
Oh yeah, there is. There's like a pretty large hole in the ground.
Big cave. Big cave.
Oh, wow.
There's a buffalo down there.
There's a buffalo.
Buffalo.
Buffalo. You're just carrying the buffalo.
Well, yeah, he can't just be stuck in here.
You know you're taking him deeper into the...
Well, yeah, but it's because I was planning on... Yeah, see? Atticus understood.
This one.
Lenore Knox, Animal Rescue.
Yeah. There you go, buddy. Put these stones back.
Hey, yeah.
Oh no! What have you done?
I created a monster.
Cheapalo.
The two-headed
Yes.
Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay. Be careful.
Oh, wait.
Hello, buffalo.
Can we
Are
put
you
it on
so
your head?
happy to be
The
out
sheep?
of the hole?
Nope.
Oh, good. So you don't put the sheep on my head.
Where's the chicken? Oh, we need one.
I don't know if there is any chickens out here. I don't think I've seen
I smell
What about the
one.
fish?
one.
Well, actually, that's mean to the fish. I want to do that.
Yeah, we went exploring with Fifi the other day, and she just
Hmm?
packed a fish around with her the whole time.
Oh?
It was crazy, baby.
What did you need the chicken for?
I was gonna see if we could put the chicken on the buffalo's head.
I'm like, oh, listen. Hello, Chimpkin. Hello, Buffalo.
Huh.
Hmm.
Oh, and I put the buffalo on the chicken.
yeah, hold on.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what to feel about this.
It's like a
I don't know if
step
they've just made the most cursed totem pole ever, or like, I don't feel like the buffalo's having a good time anymore though.
It's shaking.
I guess he just kind of screams a lot in general. He was making a lot of noise. Hello, sheep. Sorry for what we've done to you.
Welcome back.
Tea.
You have returned.
you.
You have tea.
I have tea.
Yeah.
Apparently, Paige has accidentally missived Naomi.
Accidentally, huh?
Yep. I was told her that I would show you two at the very least, as you are the knights.
Weird.
Yeah.
Is somebody
Well, I'll
like...
try.
I can read it
Oh
too.
yeah, I guess I should have just read it out loud. That's my fault, man.
It says, on 5/23/25, Paige sent me a missive accidentally that reads, I trust the High Vessel. I have to. It may seem stupid to you, but I want to trust people. And then, apologies, wrong person. Please ignore that.
Oh.
Oh.
Which is good. Like, it's good from Paige's standpoint, but what
Yes.
makes me curious is who...
Just trying not to trust you.
Yeah, like, who's encouraging them to not trust me?
Give you like 3 guesses.
Oh, yeah.
I could probably get it in 2.
I think I have an idea.
Okay.
You think you have an idea, Chris Stark? What is your
Okay.
idea?
I don't know. I don't know, maybe
Yeah,
Skylar?
that-
All voices are valid.
That's about who I
Yeah.
was thinking.
I was gonna say that would be my first guess.
Wait, what? Who was it? Who said what?
Skylar.
Oh. No, I could see that.
Oh,
Our
he
one
really
that
does scream.
Paige was in our cell. Skylar was outside demanding. So it's evident, at least to me, that Skylar doesn't have much faith in our systems. So I wouldn't be shocked if they're encouraging otherwise, or...
I mean, they were heavily invested on trying to bring Paige to our jail.
Yeah. Well, and I'm afraid that that's probably what Skylar and Amma want to speak with me about anyways. And where I do think that Paige deserves to be around somebody capable of treating the curse, I don't know.
If
I don't
she's a
know.
threat to the overworld, it'd be stupid to take her out of our care.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
knowing that Skylar has control of the triggers, because that just turns her into a weapon in his hands, especially if he doesn't trust me.
Precisely.
I have stress on my stress.
Perks of the job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the castle where it's like not as crazy.
Goud.
It'd be slightly less crazy if you'd stand under things.
Sorry.
But still a little crazy.
My apologies, sir.
Like you do it to yourself, and it's not your fault you can't sleep. Like, standing in an open field, they're here for you.
Listen.
Those will probably hear from me.
It's actually been a while since I've slept. They're probably here for all of us. But anyways,
Beside the
we
point.
can all yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's an interesting missive to accidentally receive.
Well, and I guess Paige said if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer, and I'll answer as honestly as I can. Back to Naomi. And Naomi said, I guess my main question would be, who was she speaking to? And I said,
Yeah.
well, if you decide to ask questions, at the very least, like, let me know, because at this point in time, I don't really have more questions outside of the scope of just who, you know?
Who was the right person?
Yeah.
Love that. Good fun for the whole family.
Yeah.
I can try and check in later. I believe that we've at least formed some sort of bond. At
Good,
least
that's
an
good for
apparent
her.
one.
Well, it's good for her to have friends that are not necessarily those, like I said, with the trigger words, because there's no intention of ulterior motive, I guess.
Right.
It's good for her to bond with people here in the overworld. That's why I like her and Kyanite also. It's like, just here in the overworld, you know? Get to know us.
Hmm.
Chris Stark, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
You're just thinking.
Yes.
Okay. I think I've about cooked myself silly, and
Yeah.
I will probably try to come take care of a bunch more stuff tomorrow. But currently, I think I need to go rest.
Well deserved.
Fine.
Do you need anything?
I don't think so, unless there's anything else that we need to touch base on. I'm just
I
trying to think
we've-
if there's been any other things.
Yeah, I think I've about word vomited, I guess, for lack of a better term. Do you need food? Are you good on food, like armor?
No,
all
I'm
the
good on
things?
food, yes.
Okay. Well, I will come back and hang out with everybody and in again tomorrow and try to form a more clear plan through all of the things.
I suppose last thing, did we ever get any lead on whose village that was, or did we ever check back in? Do we still
The
have the
Mushroom
work?
Village?
Yes.
Yeah, I believe. Well, hold on. Let me double check.
Mushroom
it?
Village.
I still have it.
Yeah, okay. It
Oh,
still
cool.
functions.
Careful.
See, bye.
We were just double checking that the warp still worked.
There's...
You okay?
If you don't mind coming back, but watch your step.
Okay. I'm gonna bring Ollie with me if that's okay.
Yes.
Well, be careful.
You wanna lift me?
Watch our steps. Did you track this place?
I didn't. Watch out, move. Move, 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 move.
Wait.
They said watch
What
your
the
step.
hell?
You meant don't step on the pressure plates. Not
Well,
immediately
I
step
did,
on
I
them.
That is...
Didn't mean to
Would I be able to come take a look at it?
There's another one right here.
Yeah, give us a second, Chris. Start.
Okay, just be careful.
So evidently they don't want us here. Another over here.
Jesus.
How much was that around the warp stone?
Seen at least 3 plates while we were getting out of the way.
The size of the crater, I wouldn't be shocked if it's more.
Yeah.
Does that mean someone's... It might be someone's village.
Probably. I'm gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna go try and get Chris Stark. Warping in is like not.
I'll try and make a platform.
Yeah.
Is it very dangerous, right, warping in?
It blew a big old hole in it. Let us know when there's like a little bit of
There's a
something to land
platform
on.
now.
You're good,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Was it just filled with TNT?
Yeah,
Yes,
pressure plates.
Oh,
What the heck?
you'll have to see it.
There's 2 down this path.
There.
Need to snoop around a little bit.
We can go
Yeah,
check the
maybe.
villagers.
Sweep a little
Yeah,
bit. You and I
villagers.
should probably stay further back.
From what I am gathering, they've only trapped around the waist.
Interesting.
Given that we had to make the warp stone, it probably wasn't welcome.
I mean, someone could potentially be farming emeralds here.
At least we know it's
Hmm.
active.
Seems like the most logical.
Where are we?
The villagers are all still in their homes. Well, pens.
See, this isn't even the mushroom village I was thinking of when you told me about it, Nora.
Oh, so this is a completely different one than even you were aware of.
Yeah.
Interesting. Chris Stark, be careful.
Yeah. I got the totem out.
Somebody died.
Well, there's definitely someone
Hmm.
definitely's been here because they have slabs in front of some of the doors.
Yep. I just
Yeah.
checked the ones that I was aware of. They're all still in there.
Okay. This is the second time people have tried to blow me up, Atticus. The
Right,
second
the
time.
picnic, right?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
if it's
not
any
very
solace,
nice.
they probably didn't intend for it to be you.
Who do you think they intended for?
Whoever placed the warp stone, they have no idea.
Yeah, so probably just put it there so no one can come by.
Interesting.
Especially if it's for farming emeralds and they don't want anyone to know about it.
Ollie,
Yeah.
will you write up a full report? Maybe work with Atticus, get his like verbal recount so you can get his words down too, so that I can give
Yeah.
it to Balefire and Ophelia and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I can try and
Uh,
set something up here so I can closely monitor.
Yeah.
Not more
We're gonna
than
need to
ever,
be
we
probably
to-
make 2 copies because Chris Stark is with us. We'll probably need to pass it on to them as well.
I can just copy it when
It's
I
like
make
I
it.
could see if it's just a normal village person from the overworld village. But the fact that they trapped it is what would
It
confuse me.
being like we have overworld villages. So like for this one to be trapped makes me think it's not somebody from the overworld.
Yeah. Do we think the 2 are related? That's my question. Do we think the picnic and the village are related, or do we think they're separate occurrences?
I think it's 2 separate things.
I never saw the picnic, so I can't say. It's just
It was
worrying
a
that
very
it's
different
exclusively
style
around the
of-
warpstone.
Yeah, it was very similar, but also very like the picnic had a button. This was all pressure plates.
Yeah.
Very weird though. Because like, if it's someone from your guys' kingdom, why would they trap it?
Yeah.
It's also worrying that they evidently didn't like the warpstone being here, and yet instead of destroying it, they tried to.
Trap.
They knew somebody would be coming back through.
Exactly.
You don't think it was to try like for you, right? Nobody knew that you knew.
No, as far as I know, no one knows who's here or who has been here. I mean, we haven't seen anyone here, unless someone was here when you and I visited.
Hmm.
But
I'll have to
Interesting.
start checking in on it once in a while.
I think that's what Atticus was saying, was that he was going to try and set up kind of a little bit of a camp to keep an eye on it as well.
This is really
Yeah.
far out from like a lot of things too.
Yeah.
It's what is this?
I'll also try and make a new warpstone, one that they shouldn't be able to find. That way,
Okay.
any of us can get here
Um,
safer.
I think realistically we could just break it and rename it, but we can't break it with Silk Touch.
I have a pickaxe that's not.
And then if you needed
I
to, you
can-
could just place it somewhere else or whatever
This
you wanted to
isn't-
do with it.
Too far from one of my outposts. I believe I showed you the way initially, so I can still
Mhm.
back.
Yeah, the like fact that it was trapped is what really susses me out. They
Mhm.
didn't want people to know this was found.
Yeah.
We're like 8,000 blocks from the castle.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. Okay, I am going back to the bubble. Please make sure that Kristart gets home safely.
I can
Okay.
easily just run back home.
Okay. I will
don't
check
know.
in with everyone tomorrow. Are you okay?
Yes.
Okay.
None of you
I
guys
w-
got hurt from it, right?
No.
No.
You're good?
Yes.
Okay. I will check in with everyone tomorrow.
Goodbye. It was fun hanging
Bye.
out.
Go
Yeah, it
breathe.
was.
Well, like I said, perks of the job, right?
Oh yeah. You want to give me a quick rundown on what you've seen before we came through and set off all the traps?
Yes, I went through to check it with the high vessel, and I noticed the pressure plates. And so after quickly digging one of them up, I saw that there was TNT placed beneath them. I don't know how many of them were there. I know I dug up about 2. There was the one that she stepped on, but given the size of the crater, probably more. But I didn't have much time to observe before we did set it off and had to scatter. There was another 2 along the path that
Yeah,
didn't ignite with the
I think
rest.
we stepped on.
We disarmed those.
We stepped on one, getting away from the one that originally got stepped on.
And I
But, like,
assume
just
that
one sets them all off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. I'll fill out like a huge, long, boring version of this report and make copies and stuff so everybody that needs one can have one.
I know there were stone pressure plates, if that adds anything. Almost blended in with
Yeah.
some of the cobblestone and the strange gray
I've got
aircrafts there.
the 2 pressure plates and 2 TNT still in my pocket.
Ah.
I can turn those in with it if we feel like it needs to be. I should be able to work with that.
Just glad no one got hurt.
Yes.
For real.
I was terrified that I didn't shut to run fast enough. I didn't get a chance to fully explain before I was triggered.
Mhm.
I'm glad that it was just TNT.
Nothing worse.
You know, it could have been a lot bigger and a lot faster. But I guess that is technically what we have signed up to do. Well, I think I will go and get that filled out and lay down my little wolf head.
I'm going to go
It's been a
drink
very
and speak
eventful
with
day.
Paige. I'm not sure which order yet.
Sounds good to me.
Oh,
Chris
yeah.
Stark, my friend.
Mhm.
It was nice
It's
hanging out
not
with you
hanging.
today.
Nice to see you again.
Of course. Same to you. Let me know should either of you need anything.
I will let you know. Everybody be safe.
Yes.
Of course. Could not have worked out better. No, frankly, it could not have. Goodness of a night. The High Vessel herself. Where? Yes, and I know that I have an entirely different form factor of pressure plate. And especially given that she seems to already now have a poor inclination of Jura. And the fact we'll get to jail her in our own cell. That brings me joy. However, I will say, should her punishment not be just for the swine that she is, I will certainly take things into my own hands. Perhaps it will lose me my position, but I can't lie and say that it would not be worth it. Her and Rowena are the two pieces of scum that need to be wiped. I'll see to it. Paige, are you still awake?
Mm-hmm.
Well, in good news, I did get authorization on the sparring grounds that we had discussed.
Mm.
So I will begin on construction of that soon. I'm not sure how soon I can properly bring you there, but it is at least on the horizon.
And you got clearance for me to go there?
Not yet, but they were open to it. They just wish to... They have some form of meeting with someone coming up. terrible with
I see.
names, so they have some meeting coming up and they wish to get through that first.
That makes sense.
But well, I hope you're not stuck in here too much longer. If you are, there will at least hopefully soon be sun.
Well, it's so funny when we were the day I was put in here. We were days away from removing the curse.
Hmm.
We had a solution.
You and the... I forget their name.
Skylar.
Skylar.
Hmm.
I know I haven't seen much of them. Are they still persistent? I know they
It
had
was
a lot of ideas.
missing them before, and they told me that they had an idea of what to do, but that they had to discuss it with the high vessel first.
You were missiving them today?
Yes.
Hmm. I'm afraid
They had been
she's
trying to
retired for the night. I heard that it was a busy day.
um yes, it was. Luckily it helps me instead of the space where nothing happens and I do not know if it is day, night, how much time has passed. Well, I do know if it is day or night, but time
Right.
passing is
I suppose it blurs, right?
yes. But I believe Skylar's trying to get a estimate on my mental state with the curse, since he has not been able to visit me easily.
Hmm. Like I said, I hope to see this resolved soon, but I have no sway on it. Or at least not any reasonable one.
I do feel a bit bad that I left Callie to do all of the festival things for her all by herself. I was supposed to help the moon festival.
The Moon Festival?
Mm-hmm. It is planned for, I think, next month.
Hmm.
Their next cycle. I hope I am out before then so that I can see the turnout, but who knows?
Well, I would hope that. Yes, that you see freedom soon. I trust in their process. I'm not fully in the loop of it by any means yet. I quite understandably am new around these parts. But they seem to have good intentions. I would say I trust them.
I agree. I do trust the high vessel. Maybe that will come to bite me in the ass, but I think if I do not have trust, I don't have anything.
Good way to live. I treat trust the same way I treat respect.
Mhm.
You have it until you don't.
Yes, I give my trust freely, and to some that might seem foolish. But no matter what the curse is trying to tell my mind, I will have faith in the High Vessel until she gives me a reason not to. A solid reason not to.
Right.
Not what my mind twists things to be.
I don't know about you, but it's been a hell of a night for me. Brought one of these by. I know that you have I believe, higher tolerance to this sort of thing, but I don't think this one mug will hurt anything for either of us.
No, one will not do anything, but the taste is alright. Thank you.
Of course. I'll just
I
have
hope
to
you
make
did
sure I
not.
get the...
Hope you didn't get in trouble for the goat plushie.
Not that I've heard. I forgot to bring it up, but it's a plushie.
I think I will keep it on me. I think I will be too nervous to have it in place where someone could take it again. Well, suppose cheers.
Cheers.
Oh,
That is
unfortunate timing.
very unfortunate timing. Well, to try that again. You were saying cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers. Hopefully it's palatable. I believe this is from a batch I made myself. I'm not
It's
exactly
not
the
that
most
bad.
experienced, but
It is good. I don't drink overworld alcohol that often. Anymore, at least. But it is good.
I know I made some at some point that I shared with Sundu, and she said that that apparently explodes. Or something of the like. I don't remember exactly what she had said.
So I take it you and Sundu are still on good terms? I'm not sure. From one conversation we had, I was not sure if you still were.
I'm not sure myself, but seems like it. I'm still keeping cautious. The Endirian kingdom hasn't exactly made themselves very sociable to me, or given me
No.
exactly the best impression.
Some of them are as closed off as their borders once was.
Well, less closed off and more so outright Well, I don't have a very nice word to share. But
I think different kingdoms are taking the aftermath of the war different ways.
certainly,
I
you've
do
been,
not blame them, but
I believe, a little more friendly with the rest of the realms than most. So I figure you would know best.
I come from my family was I think I have maybe said this before, but we were known as sages in our ancestral pack.
Mm.
So we would be kind of like advisors for others. It is our job to see both sides of every story and make judgments based on all the information.
Right.
And so I see why they would be more cautious. Of course, I do not know how the overworld is being run and the communication between our allies, but trust is a very hard thing to give, especially after a war. And from what I know of Ant culture, they are very militaristic.
Very.
So much more strict in the way people act, decorum.
Much more adverse to. Not sure if that's the right word, but much more willing to jump to conflict from what I've seen.
Hmm.
It's like they're itching to show off their militaristic tendencies.
It may be showing off, but it may be also all that they know.
Right.
I have to fight for my first instinct to not be violence. That is how I was raised. Um, it is an effort that I make to be different. And some people may just not see that effort worth taking.
Like you said, respect and trust until there's reason not to.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose my one primary thought is just that many Antirians have been given their chance, at least from myself, and done everything in their power to strip that away from themselves.
Perhaps. That is, I think, the problem with people. Everyone is right in their own perspective.
Right.
And we will never know for sure the other's perspective because we have never gone through what they did. We do not know everyone's motivations for behaving the way they do.
I just hope that, even if we are never to understand others, perhaps there is time to try. Right.
Mm-hmm. It is what it all comes down to. Time.
Well, just as long as those that seek violence, don't escalate it too quickly, right? It seems that well, I don't wish to disclose much, but things have, like I said, been hectic tonight. It's
I
put a
see.
lot of perspective, or given me a lot of perspective, just in terms of time, and I must wish to say mortality.
Has anything dangerous happened?
Yes.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm unhurt, but I don't know, it was something just intrigues me. What could drive someone to attempt on the life of another?
Hmm.
I've suppose only ever dealt with it when the draft was a worry within my life, but I never had to face that directly.
Well, I know plenty of motivations that could drive someone to take a life.
Right. I've at the risk of sharing too much, I always claim to have all these security precautions for myself.
Hmm.
Paranoias and within my stronghold. I believe I've told you a bit about it, but
Mm-hmm.
there are I made a vague security precaution. I figured the easiest way would be chopped down a number of trees, fashion them into pressure plates, and those line my walls. That way, if anyone's sneaking around in there, I would know. And any time that I've expected someone to come snooping around, I've let them know that they're rigged or trapped, but I don't know. I've never quite had the stomach to actually carry through and trap them, besides once, and I took that down shortly after. It just feels reckless. Feels. I'm not sure the word, but to endanger someone's life without even knowing who you could be endangering. It just. These things do, but it terrifies me. That people out there would be to have so much visceral hatred or passion for bloodshed in their hearts that they would be willing to kill without even seeing someone else's face or even knowing why they're killing. Just pure glory of it? I'm not sure.
I know when I was forced to do such things. Luckily, I did not have any emotion attached to it, and now I know that it was not me just wanting to listen to my mother. It was the curse that made me do it, but I cannot imagine willingly choosing to take someone's life. All of the people that I killed were an order from Zikran, passed from my mother to me. Also, I know logically that I would not have had the choice either, even if I was not cursed.
Right.
Can't exactly ignore an order from the crown.
I guess it's probably an effect of not exactly being around people, but while I haven't, I know there is at least one or two people out there that have treated me with such disdain or disgust that I won't lie, I've had thoughts. I can't imagine acting on them, but I can at least see a path of logic.
Mm.
I can at least understand. Or perhaps those who took my father away. Or did with him whatever they did. I could imagine that perhaps a rage spurred. And perhaps that I could justify that, but like I was saying, I can't fathom trying to take a life and not even knowing whose life. It's just ruminating in my mind, is all. I apologize if I brought up any unpleasant memory for you. I didn't even consider the curse. And what you've done. Or what the curse made you do.
It is alright. I have been thinking about it a lot lately, for obvious reasons.
Hmm.
After all, Lucett's family was one of those. You know, since I was, I think, 11, I've never been able to see my hands clean. They've always been stained with blood.
Hmm.
I know that they are not, but that is how I see them.
I believe we talked before about what goes into a name. I believe the same would go into a person. It's come across my mind quite a lot as I've taken on this position that people and your expectations of them are all fluid. People change. Your expectations of somebody can change. And if they don't, if you have a predisposed idea of somebody, then it poisons. It's perhaps hypocritical of me that, you know, I was just a few minutes ago talking of my own predisposition against many Enderians, but I know that upon my first meeting with the High Vessel, I had nothing but disdain. I believe she was one of the first people that I actually spoke with after many, many years alone. And so the only predisposition I had was my thoughts on the draft and what my father had long told me. And knowing that my father was taken from me, it gave me a lot of time to think. But in the time that I've gotten to know her, I'm not confident enough to call her a friend yet, but I know I can trust her.
Mm.
And she has certainly earned my respect. I never had to meet what came before her, but she seems to certainly detest it and be trying to fight against it as best she can.
That is one of the reasons I respect her. one of, I think, my first actual conversation with her. It was, I did not have the best opinion of her. I had my hopes that she would not be like her mother, since I had known her mother. And in our first meeting, she talked about how we are not our mothers. There's the same conversation where she told me that she was considering me for heir, and I tried to refuse because I knew that first of all, no wolfkin would want a willow beak on the throne, and I also knew that my mother wanted a willow beak on the throne, and I did not want anything that she wanted. It is one of the reasons why I want to trust Lenora. I want to believe that she is different, because if she can be different from her mother, then so can I. It is a selfish reason to want to trust someone, but
No, it's merely an, what would the word be? Inspiration?
Hmm.
It's fine to look up to someone.
if I am, I do not know what their opinions are on this whole situation, but if I am to be held accountable for my mother's crimes, well, I at least hope that she will not have the same fate, and she can escape her mother's shadow.
Given it's, I would hope, her final say, and that she seems to hold the understanding that we are not what preceded us, came before us, whether it be mothers, fathers, guardians. I doubt that she would sentence you for actions of your mother.
I think it is different when the actions of my mother are causing me to possibly hurt people.
Right. I would imagine that's why this all has gone on so long.
But at least I am no longer at the risk of treason.
Hmm.
I managed to convince the curse that the high vessel would not be good to hurt her, since it was a very complicated thing. I had to outsmart my own mind, but my mother's main goal was for the Willowbeaks to be great and go live on as in greatness. It's a poisonous bitch. But the order from my mother was, if I was given the chance, to take out the high vessel. However, if I do that, that would conflict with our goal of the Willowbeaks living on. So I managed to convince my brain, because I had already told Arlo about the urge to hurt the high vessel, so that precautions would be taken, and if the high vessel would be, something were to happen to her, who would be first suspect? Me. Which would be the downfall of the Willowbeak name. So, according to that logic, I cannot complete that mission.
Interesting.
It is a complicated thing, this curse. My mother was very skilled with curses. Her and my father were some of the best in their fields of magic. My father a healer, and my mother all kinds of dark magic.
I can't say I have much to comment. I'm not all too familiar with magic, but
I
suppose
know.
it's a
I know paladin magic. That is about it. I know Skylar is wanting to teach me fire magic, as apparently that is the most compatible with me. I am not sure. Um,
I should get back to wherever I plan to sleep tonight.
Not your stronghold.
I'm not sure. We'll see, but I'll leave you with this. Hopefully it's a better food option than most of what you've been given.
Ah,
But
thank you. I appreciate it.
of course. Take care.
You as well.
Hello.
Good evening.
We were just catching Arlo up on all of the fun events.
Yes.
Yeah.
All the good times had.
Yeah, never a boring day. We had about a nice sleepy week, then came back with a vengeance.
Am I the jinx?
I was gonna say there's a handful of you that came back, and now we have problems again. So
I don't think you're the jinx.
Somebody in the group is a cause for concern.
Balefire, Ophelia, me.
I mean,
Yeah.
it thunderstorms every time Balefire tries to talk about serious business, so...
Yeah, I think just nature doesn't like Balefire. He's an anomaly.
Yeah.
They can sense his aura.
Yeah.
Aura. The shrieking aura is all kind of just overwhelming.
They're like, I don't know about that guy. Thunderstorm.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. I'm alright.
Good.
Did I miss
Any
an
more?
outfit memo? I feel like you are all
No.
wearing something different.
We
This
just
is
were...
my off-duty.
Yeah.
I was gonna say this is just what I wear all the time.
Yeah, just casual outfits. We were all celebrating Zach's birthday. How did last night go after everything?
It went fine. I stopped by and visited Paige.
Mhm.
And things went fine there.
Lucette said that she was potentially worried about her inflicting harm upon herself. Have you noticed anything like that?
No.
Okay.
First that I heard of anything.
She just said that she had missived her about something to do with, like, digging her eyes out or something. I just want to make sure that if she needs medical attention, we can get her in touch with Ophelia again.
No, I haven't heard anything of the like.
Okay.
I think Ophelia's going to start doing regular checkups.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, especially if we can't necessarily trust Skylar. And even when I did trust Skylar, they don't really communicate super well.
No, not really.
Do we
So-
have any way of making another key? I was told that you and Ophelia stopped by, I believe, the other day, but I wasn't exactly sure how.
Oh, we had to break the wall.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
That seems like a much larger concern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone with a pickaxe can just break into the castle if they wanted to.
Again, that
With-
seems like a pretty large concern.
With talks of what's going on with Jura, I believe there will be a separate jail constructed, won't there? I think that's what we talked about.
I think the other jail should be connected to the trial by combat arena.
When I mean, I don't feel like we can potentially get an entire trial by combat arena down into an ancient city, and I think that's where Bale wanted the other jail at.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I mean, you could, but it's also easy enough to do what the end has done and connect their jail to their arena by
Warpstone. Yeah.
Just put the accused on the plate, and then they're in the arena.
Yeah. Oh. Whoa. But yeah, we were just catching everybody up on everything. For the most part, there's been nothing crazy happen today.
That's good.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel better, the only walls we can't break are the actual walls inside the jail cell.
Oh,
What does that mean? What does O mean?
that means they break very easily.
Did you break them?
Yeah,
What were you doing?
lighting up stuff back there because nobody would come light it up, so I couldn't sleep.
Mm. So they are breakable.
Oh yeah, easily.
I guess that's
I don't-
better to make sure
I
that
don't think
everybody
you
who's
can-
in there has no inventory.
Yeah. I think I don't know if you can break them with your hand. I think
No.
it's very similar to breaking like obsidian. It'd take you like 10
With
minutes.
enough persistence.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you wanted to bad enough, you could dig through as well.
Oh, or just not commit crimes.
That's the easiest option. Yeah.
Any hoozles. Does anybody need anything? Why you laugh at me?
I'm sorry.
Why you laugh?
The way you were
Hoozle.
thinking sometime.
Is hoozle a funny word?
You got a problem with hoozles?
No, I don't. I just
What about what's its?
you're just very funny.
The hoozles and the what's its. And the heffalumps and woozles.
The heffalumps are the ones you gotta watch for.
No, it's the woozles that are scary.
That's what they want you to believe.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, I think all my stuff is basically covered.
I think for the most part that I've got everything that I need. I need to check my mail again. Maybe move
Did you
my
not do
mailbox.
that yesterday?
I did it yesterday, but
Okay.
I try to check it every day, and with me not actually being there, it's harder to do that. I should maybe just
Same.
move it. I'm staying
In a
away from
place.
the castle. Yeah. Yeah.
What? Where are you going?
I'm trying to keep myself busy. I can't get up on that one.
Keep yourself busy?
Yeah.
It's gonna get dark again and we're gonna have phantoms again. Would you like to go check your mail?
Yeah, I need to.
And test dummy your room and run a sweep again if you want.
Yeah, we probably should.
Let's do that, man. I suppose. Hello, feline.
Are you ever gonna get over your distaste for them?
I've been standing next to this one the whole time we've been talking. I've only looked at him like 4 times.
Did chew a bit on your pant leg there.
Yeah. It's a relationship. Oh no. The relationship that's getting better. Did she poop?
I think she booped.
To
What
the
the
castle.
hell? Yeah.
You're booping.
You're so bad at communicating.
I just ran away. I don't want to deal with it. The stairs drive me crazy.
I see nothing questionable.
Uh-oh. Oh, my stomach hurts. Why do you guys just jump over the side? It gives me so much stress. It gives me so much stress.
Slow.
The other two did.
Ah!
we bonsai because it's so slow to go all the way down. Jesus.
Flying wolf, I'm gonna freak out. Can't just fly over the edge.
I stopped doing that after the first few times of me dying.
Yeah. I'm getting hurt. I'm dying. You can't just fly over the edge of the stairs.
Want to bet?
It was Oliver.
I think I can survive that now.
It was both of you.
It definitely was both of us.
Ah.
Could have been
Okay.
Arlo.
I don't think it was. I'm pretty sure that it was a white blur, not a blue blur, but maybe.
You might have just seen his sleeves.
Yeah? Was it just your sleeves?
All the blue blended in with the night
learned my
sky.
lesson.
Alright. Does anybody need anything before I set my mind to retiring?
Yeah, but I can just come out there and talk to you about it.
Okay. You need anything? Are you okay?
I'm good.
And
All
you?
right.
You're good?
Yes.
Okay. Good night, Gamaro.
Tomorrow.
All the good things.
rest.
Take care. Good evening.
Hello again.
Hello. How are things?
It is alright.
Good to hear. I unfortunately don't have any updates today, but... No, frankly, not really any updates. I know that the High Vessel mentioned something about Ophelia continuing to take care, but as to that, don't have any new info.
I see.
But that doesn't stop me from coming by, so.
Mhm.
I've been meaning to bring by more music discs, but they took away the jukebox regardless.
Oh,
So. I'm not sure where they put it. That was my own personal one, so I can't say I'm not a little frustrated with that.
perhaps you could ask.
Probably. Should have done so earlier, but that didn't cross my mind.
Today has been a very slow day.
Very. I was frankly after yesterday expecting more today, but by the time I came around, the high vessel checked up on me and then retired for the night. So, not all too much going on.
That is fair. I know that Skylar and Amma are attempting to plan a meeting with the High Vessel, but she is not very available sometimes.
I know that due to some events yesterday, she has been trying to keep things a little low-key.
What do you mean yesterday?
There was some events that I'm not sure I can get into, but just security concerns is all.
Is this the same incident where you were almost...
Yes.
Is she okay?
Yes.
That is good.
But for now, it seems like they're just taking things carefully. Can't blame them.
That is understandable. Well, at least I am behind bars, so...
One less thing to worry about, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tell you what, I am going to throw together a new, whatever you would call it, the box that takes the discs. I'll bring a few by. If there's anyone you would like to have visit, I'll allow them in as well. I'll be back in a few. I brought down 2 visitors to Willowbeak. The first being Roynar, overall uninteresting, besides whatever tension stands between those two. The second visitor being Helia Brimstone, someone that I've only seen in passing. However...
I don't know.
Don't worry, Atticus, you're hot too.
What? She has an interesting way about her. I hope everything went well.
It did, thank you.
Good. I couldn't help but overhear at a point. You said you have skulk in your skin?
Indeed.
Hmm.
Thank you.
I apologize, I don't mean to pry, I was just curious.
Curiosity is normal. Oh, shoot.
Poor timing. You alright?
Rain has not been kind to me today. I'm alright, thank you.
Should you wish to visit again, just let me know.
I appreciate you allowing me to visit. And
course.
thank you for taking care of her.
I've done my best. I may not know her on the same level that you or Roynar or others do, but I'm doing my best to be a friend.
I see the effort and I appreciate it. And I'm sure that she does too.
I would hope so.
Anyway, thank you. And I will take my leave then.
Have a good evening.
You too.
Well, I wished I had brought this sooner, but as I said, I left it in my quarters.
Hmm.
I have a wider selection today, but is this one good?
This one is nice. I've not heard it before.
Well, I trust the visits were good. Both seemed
Yes, I am.
bright upon leaving.
I'm sorry you had to listen to a lot of it. We are the sometimes idiots.
I suppose it's a requirement of the job.
Listening to the conversation or friends being idiots? Which job?
I suppose I would. It would depend on the job. Nonetheless, I'm glad that you seem to be in better spirits now.
Yes, things have been good lately.
Good. I'll just have to check in with the High Vessel and I suppose the other knights on what all can be given to you. I'm perhaps a little more relaxed about it, unless it has any potential implications with it, but they seem to perhaps handle it a bit more strictly.
No, that does make sense. I am in here because my curse had wanted me to hurt the High Vessel, so.
Of course.
And it also wanted me to hurt Lucette, so.
But you're doing better?
Yes, it is getting easier to ignore the curse now that I am able to sleep. And have been talking to people. Messaging helps, but hearing other people's voices besides my mother's is
Or at least seeing a face, I imagine.
yes.
know I've spoke with Roynar before, but can't say that I have had many, if more than even one, conversations with Helia.
Hmm.
Interesting way to get to know her. From behind and in a conversation detached from myself.
She is a very good friend. Very loyal. It is one of the things I admire about her.
You trust her?
I trust everyone.
Right.
No one has given me a reason to distrust him. I know for a bit, there were a few people that I did not trust. But, it is because I did not understand them. I wish I knew the reason that the High Vessel had told people about the contract.
The
Because I know
contract?
that the contract that my mother signed
I see.
when we had our first conversation. It was one of the agreements that she suggested was to keep it a secret, at least until things were settled. And I had said that it shouldn't be kept a secret and that the people should know. And I told her that Wolfkin would not be. This was the same conversation of which she talked about wanting to make me a possible heir. I told her Wolfkin would not be happy, but eventually agreed. We agreed to wait until Wolvenshire was finished before telling the Wolfkin. So it was not great to hear from you that she had told.
If I've learned anything from her, it's that she seems to be seeking, I'd say, a respect. She knows that what has come before her is troublesome. And she seems to want to take as many steps as possible in rectifying that for herself. Making sure that people respect and appreciate her.
Mm-hmm.
That they're not afraid of her. However, that certainly comes at a cost. She comes off as soft, she comes off as reckless at times.
I understand why she would tell Wolfkin about the contract. After all, that is what I suggested. I just wish we hadn't agreed on something and then she broke that agreement.
Well, I think that she is a fine ally to trust. It does come with the caveat that, again, she values the respect.
Mm.
She while seemingly loyal, wants to be appreciated.
And there is also the fact that she is High Vessel. She must prioritize the lives of the many than the few.
Precisely.
That's honestly why I expected to get executed, if I'm being honest.
Well, again, you've got many friends across many realms. You were Lord of Wolvenshire. It wouldn't particularly gain her a lot of respect, or admiration, or appreciation. She would come off as cold to execute somebody that's under treatment, no?
Well, the opinions of the other realms don't really matter much when it comes to overworld laws or business. I don't have very many friends in the overworld, so I do not. I don't know if many would object to it, other than maybe Kyanite. Well, I say maybe. I think she would definitely object to it.
I would hope.
But she, at the end of the day, most of the time, only the opinions of those with power matter. And I don't have very many friends who are in a position of power.
Well, as we established during your visit with Roynar, I would think us friends. You can at least count one.
Thank you. I think I am friends with Callie. She's not said we are friends, though.
I
Perhaps
haven't
I
had
will ask
many
her.
interactions with her to know what she's like.
She's very kind. She seems to be more understanding of my situation. And well, she hopes to find a way for me to go to the Full Moon Festival, even if I am not out of jail. So
Interesting.
she also came to visit me and talk to me through the ceiling. She talked to me from the room. So she took the time to try and visit, even if you were not awake.
Good.
She also might have done something that might get her in trouble, but I do not know.
How so?
Well, earlier in the day, she invited me to join a mental group, and I was not aware that I could do that. And she said that she doesn't think there's anything. She thinks it's allowed and that I can. So I did for a bit. And then apparently Arlo informed her that no, it is not allowed. So then I left because I did not want to break any rules or get her in trouble.
Was it just with her, or were there others?
I know Skylar was there for a bit because he is helping her build for the full moon festival.
Interesting.
I think she mainly wanted to get my opinion on if she could move the graveyard in Wolvenshire.
Move a graveyard?
Yes, it's just where some graves are, and it was a bit in the way. So she was wondering if she could move it, and I said yes, it was fine as long as it was near where the church is going to be in the future.
Doesn't seem an easy task to move a whole graveyard.
It is not that big. I try not to let my villagers die, you know. Since there is only maybe 5 graves there. No, in my opinion, 5 is too many. But yes, I hope she does not get in trouble for that.
Hopefully it's just a warning.
Hmm.
And
I did leave as soon as we found out it was not allowed.
On a different note, I know you mentioned earlier your clothing.
Ah.
Would you... No, sync can't be the best method of tidying up, but would you need anyone to perhaps bring you new attire from Wolvenshire, a different outfit, to at least keep things fresh?
Well, this outfit is relatively simple to wash. I don't have very many outfits. I tend to just wear the same thing, but to clean it.
Yes, I agree. Well, now that Sundu is stitching together some outfit, or multiple, I'm not sure. I discussed with her about getting something a little more befitting my position rather than my old standard rags. And she seemed to get a much grander message and was talking of multiple. That was, I'd like to say, almost a week ago, so I'm not sure where she's at on that.
You know, for a little while I had considered being a knight.
You considered being a knight?
After I came back, I thought it would be a good way to help people. And then, you know, I was in trouble, I guess, legally, and they had to do like a whole investigation. And then Vessel was like, "Oh, perhaps you could be possible heir," and that kind of put all of my thoughts on that on hold for a while. But I've been reconsidering it. If I, you know, get out of this, fine.
I would think that your lordship over Wolvenshire would be enough stress on your shoulders to add a position here into the mix. Seems certainly like a lot.
Perhaps.
Did that one already end?
I've not heard this one before.
Is it good?
It is alright.
I still don't quite understand the appeal. It's just racket and noise.
I suppose. I play a lot of instruments, so I enjoy music. It can be soothing.
Perhaps it's just one of those things where if you weren't raised around it, you just simply are never to understand it.
Or it just takes time.
I've been giving it its time.
Perhaps I will play you something on the flute whenever I'm out of here.
I know that Sundu takes particular interest in the music discs, so I've tried to give it a chance to at least better understand her. Like I said, I took the original one I had brought down here, the box, that was from my own quarters. Every once in a while, if I don't have anything better to do with my night, which is rare enough as is, I have sat there and tried to listen and understand what's going on, usually under a few drinks, to better understand those as well. I have not made much progress. Some things is all. I have at least been studying the correspondence we had.
That is good.
I know I've at least picked up a few things, but I'm not sure how well I'm adapting it. Perhaps I'll bring my work by at some point.
Perhaps next time I will write down the alphabet in both languages.
I did note they have very similar structures, so perhaps.
At least the letters are the same. It is just the order of it. It is different.
Sounds correct.
I know some languages which just look like symbols.
Interesting. Perhaps it's an easier task than imagined, then. Doesn't sound like a good one.
Perhaps when I am out of here, I will work on getting permission from authors to translate their works into Wolfkin. So then you could possibly check out a Wolfkin translation and then the original and compare the two.
Perhaps. As in the books that Elia was reading to you?
Yes. Something similar to that.
These are...
Perhaps more official ones too.
Are those documented history, or...?
No, those are fiction. The ones Helia writes? Most of what she writes, they are fiction. It's just stories that you make up.
And I assume the same appeal as the discs. Just a way to fill time.
It can be a way to fill time, an escape for some, depending on the book. If it is some authors can write fantastical worlds where things are very different, and you can get invested in these worlds and stories. Usually with stories there are lessons to learn, and that is one of the original purposes
Right.
of stories. Even in fiction, they were made for children to learn lessons from, and...
Is this a bad one? Sounds...
a bit. Well, maybe not. This is alright.
Hmm.
It started off a bit.
I hit the box a few times. I've
Ah.
noticed sometimes that fixes them.
That is fair.
One of the discs is missing a piece now.
Probably best not to place that one then.
So what differs from this and you had mentioned a monster playing an instrument underneath your cell?
I think the difference is, well, the trumpet is actually very hard on the ears. It's a very, it's a brass instrument, and brass instruments tend to be, they are supposed to be accompanied by other instruments because of their harshness sometimes to the ears. But it is also the repetitiveness. You know, you play the same song on loop for hours.
Right.
Well, it was like a drill was, a hole was being drilled into my brain. It's very rough. I don't think I would be able to listen to any song on repeat for that long.
I see.
I've been meaning to ask, why do you have a single red lock of hair?
I suppose the same... Doesn't matter.
I was just wondering. I know very few people that have I suppose, multiple hair colors. You seem to have the brown, the red lock, and then your ears are more of a tan.
Yes. It was, I believe, something my mother used to do for me. And given that, as I'm sure you're aware, when under a more strict supervision and left to your own devices, there's not much better to do. Now it's a matter of force of habit.
You diet?
Yes.
Which part?
What do you mean?
Which part is dyed? They have 3 colors. The ears.
The red streak.
Oh.
You think I would take the time to... I don't even know what I would dye or what I would use to get that color, but to...
Probably like some brown and white mixture.
to wash
You
that over my entire scalp, or if we're talking the ears, to spend hours poring over that in a tail.
I don't know. You have
versus
three
the
different colors. Any one of them could have been dyed.
minute or so that it would take to brush up a bit of dye and
All right, listen, I am not at my best mentally. I am very tired.
right.
I wonder why red matches your eyes.
Perhaps. You'd have to ask my mother. And I would wish you best of luck doing that.
Well, I think it is a good look on you.
Yes.
But I'm also biased. Red is one of my favorite colors. So,
Due to your hair?
no. More other things. I don't, for a long time, red hair was not. I was not a fan of it for a long time. I'm fine with it now, with mine at least. But no, just everything else. I mean, I like the nether, and there's a lot of red in the nether. I like roses. Those are mostly red. Sunsets have tints of red in them. It is the other things that have red that I have found to be nice.
I need to see myself to other realms more often. I don't think I've gone to the Nether before or after the ball there,
Hmm.
but seemingly it has many interesting people to meet. Roinar seems to be a good friend, and I'm certainly open to speaking with Helia again.
Well, perhaps they would be willing to show you around sometime.
Perhaps.
Or when I am out, if I am ever let out, I will show you around as well. We'd have to have an escort anyway because of the law, but
She certainly seemed a lot more open around you. I was not able to make much conversation with her. But
well,
she certainly has a
think,
draw to her.
mhm. She is friends with a lot of people, I think.
I tried asking about the skulk and her skin, but she didn't seem very open to share.
Ah. We talked about it a bit.
Right.
There's a bit of a personal medical problem for her.
Hmm.
And she's not very happy about it, so.
I would imagine she certainly has a way of sticking out.
Mm.
Perhaps that's why they, how did I say, draw? Certainly hard to take your eyes off of somebody when they have a condition as such.
I think when I first met her, she had clear skin. It's a bit upsetting of the condition that is affecting her. And I hope that this sculpt, which is, I think, supposed to help with it, I hope it does end up fixing the problem.
Seems everyone has to have some form of condition,
You are telling me.
At least hers doesn't
Luckily,
land her in a cell.
no, but hers might end up with her dead.
Ah. I see.
Of course, mine also might end up with me dead. Who knows? That's up to the High Vessel.
Yeah. Well, if it's any reassurance, I don't see it going that way.
That is reassuring. It is funny. My condition is going to be so easily fixed. It really is just a matter of when we're able to do it.
Right. It just does not help that Skylar doesn't seem... Well, I believe my opinion is shared, but Skylar doesn't seem very open to sharing or disclosing what they know. It's a bit hard to allow treatment if we don't know what's going on, or what's being done, or
Well,
the like. When you're under our care, you're still our responsibility, and while Skylar may be a caretaker, we are still trying to prioritize you. If we are not being told or kept in the loop of what's being done, then it's quite difficult, I suppose you could imagine.
well, I know that at the time, honestly, the only thing we were waiting for was the High Vessel to be, around, so that Skylar could get her permission.
For permission?
So the current problem, the curse would be very easy to remove. All he would have to do is just to remove it. The problem lies in the jinx that is on the curse. That is, whenever Skylar originally tried to remove the curse, the jinx activated, which caused me to go back to how I used to be and start following my mother's orders again. Or at least my mind wanted to, but I was still inside preventing myself from following through with those orders. It was very hard on my mind at the time, but I had managed to do it. The problem was finding out who casted the jinx, because it was not my mother's spell pattern. And through my dream journal, which Skylar had made me log as I was sleeping in the end, to kind of limit my time in the overworld, and so that Skylar could keep watch and make sure nothing happened. We figured out who had casted the jinx. And it was me. When I was 11, my mother tricked me into... She tricked me into it, so I was not aware that I had done it. And she basically made me finish a ritual that I did not know I was doing, and the thoughts that I had whenever I did it affected the curse. And the thought was that I would never be free of my mother. Which isn't that an effective jinx. So the only way, or the easiest way, to remove the curse would be to teach me the basics of dark magic, so that I could remove the curse myself, or the jinx, and then Skylar could remove the curse. But I refused, even though technically if I were to learn and only practice in the end, it would be legal. We are going by technicalities. But I refused because I wanted to leave it up to the High Vessel for her permission to do so. Because I did not like going based off of a technicality. And so all we were waiting for was the clearance from the High Vessel to do that. I really would not even have to cast a single spell, just learn the fundamentals of dark magic, and then I would be able to remove it. But those things don't always go to plan.
Right. Seems like every day we get to find a new reason that the timing on this was poor.
Yes, we were reaching the day I was arrested, we were talking about possibly going ahead with it anyway, because there was the technicality. And it was the longer we went waiting for the High Vessel to have time to talk and meet with Skylar, the longer people were at risk. And I don't want to hurt anyone.
I would hope not.
No, the extent of hurt I would be willing to do is throwing Roinar into water. But even then, I know he can survive. But,
That was the other poor timing as we were walking out, myself and Helia. The rain immediately began coming down.
Ah.
It was interesting timing is all. She was fine.
That is good. At least as long as she is not hit with withering, we are fine. No, this was a lot of poor timing. I know I was not as open with the High Vessel as I maybe should have been looking back, but I was leaving that up to Skylar, even though it is a bit harder for people who are not from the overworld to meet with the High Vessel. I was leaving it to him because I did not really think it was wise for me in that state to have much contact.
I will say, I don't think it was the best to leave disclosure to Skylar. Like I said, we haven't exactly been told much. The conversations we have had, I've at least been of the mind that there is only as much information being shared as, how would I put it? The minimum.
I think it is a difficult situation because technically there is a point of patient-doctor confidentiality, but also people's lives, you know. And then there was also, I think, maybe Skylar finding out that the reason Lucette was even a target was because of the crown. That probably did not help that trust.
Right.
There is also the fact of think Skylar is worried about people knowing the, I suppose, trigger word.
That was a worry
Yes.
tonight. I was informed that both the visitors tonight knew of the word.
Hmm.
Hence caution, but thankfully it seems nothing was exchanged.
No.
Besides, you being in much better spirits, which I will take.
To be fair, it is not an innocuous trigger word. It's very specific, and if it were said, you would know.
Good to know.
It's not something that can be said accidentally or slipped into conversation naturally. It is.
You were putting emphasis on books.
Oh.
I
Oh,
remember that
no.
much.
I just sometimes with my accent, some things come out. I don't know. No, that would be awful having my trigger word be books. I talk about books far too often with people.
For better, for worse, seemingly.
Mm. No, it is very specific. There is a lot of danger in telling a lot of people because the more people know, the more of a chance of something slipping. And if it is limited to only those small amount of people, if it does get out, there are only a limited amount of people that could have either told, or if I am acting off and have been given an order, then there is only those few people that would have done it, you know?
Right.
Keeping the pool small is wise, while unfortunately does or can and seems to lead to a mistrust. But
Right.
I don't know. Well, I do trust the high vessel, and if you were to ask for the code word, I would tell her. There is a part of me that is would be scared just because of what I was previously ordered to do for the crown. But there's also the fact that if I were to tell her, I don't know who she trusts. How can I trust who she trusts? You know?
It would
What
take
if
a
she
lot.
trusts the wrong person? Her trusting one wrong person could end up with well, I would turn into a very easy weapon.
Right.
And the
Given
people who do know, I trust with it because Skylar so far has never used it against me. And he has had plenty of a chance to, considering I was sleeping in the end at his apothecary. And I still am aware of all of the orders given. There is no, not remembering an order. And Reinar it would kind of be detrimental to himself if something were to happen to me. So there's that. And I will be honest, I did not know that Helia knew until now. But I also trust her. She has not used it against me yet, and she's had plenty of chance to.
it was, I believe, the word of the other knight, Oliver.
Mm.
I am not all too in the loop about things, but could be perhaps he's wrong, or perhaps I misinterpreted words, so please do take what I've said with a grain of salt.
Mm.
That's one of the interesting things, just how little structure there's been to all of this.
That is fair.
I haven't exactly been briefed on anything or proper proceeding, any guidelines or the like. I'm just going with what I know, I suppose. Hence my hesitation on visitors asking to exchange items. I'm frankly not sure. The things that I thought you were, I suppose, safe to have, things that I don't think should have been any harm, were stripped away, and
If you'd like, you can check the books I was given. There's no bad information in it. Ah, wait. I apologize.
it's perfectly fine.
Also, they all should be blank, so...
Well, nonetheless, I know who handed them over, so if you were to go anywhere, I know where to ask first.
That is fair.
Not exactly the most sound security measure or precaution, but you don't seem exactly like you're fighting to get your way out by any means. I know you
no.
certainly would like out, but you've been cooperative thus far.
No, I do not plan on leaving. It is funny, I have been, some of my friends have told me, don't do anything rash, stay in there, don't break out. And I'm like, I do not plan on it. I know I am a danger. I prefer being in here. It is, while it is affecting my mind in a different way, it was still very draining being out there and constantly having to be on guard in my own mind and constantly keeping it busy so that I did not do anything. Although I had managed to convince my mind of not hurting the high vessel anymore. But Lucette was still a
At risk.
possibility. Yes. Luckily I did not know who she was. And even in my other state, I never wanted to hurt anyone. So while I did have a suspicion on who it was, unless it was ever confirmed, I was able to convince myself not to do anything, because then I could end up hurting someone who was not an order. And, I only ever hurt people if it was an order. And I am a bit more at risk with now that I know Lucette is the target. If I while I am in my own mind now, the failsafe has long worn off. I would not be at risk of going after her, but there is, I don't know, if the curse still continues to rampage in my mind, there is a chance that I might get overwhelmed.
Right.
Is, I think, taking the route of tiring me out until I give in. But, my mother put me through torture. I can withstand a bit more.
It's one way of looking at it.
I mean, actual torture. That was my training.
Oh. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
At least you're past it now, and most likely more experienced than any of us.
Yes,
For
it
better or
was
for
a.
worse.
It was funny. Apparently, my pain tolerance is a lot higher than most. Whenever Skylar tried to remove the curse, we both got a, I suppose, mental spike into our minds, like our, you know. And Skylar was maybe debilitated for a few days, and I kind of just, it didn't feel that bad to me, but apparently I am just used to it.
Seems
But
like
is
a double-edged sword. Both able to withstand more, but also something my father once told me. Pain is a tool, almost. At least in the body of the receiver. It's a natural warning to what you can take. I had
that
injured
is true.
myself in some way or another when I was younger and wished for the pain to go away or to never feel it again.
Mm.
But he raised my hand to the fire, and when I, of course, jolted it away, that was the lesson. If not for feeling pain, I wouldn't have known that the fire was any danger, right?
That is true. I suppose with my mother, she well, her lessons were, it does not matter if I die as long as I finish the mission.
Hmm.
It was to push through, no matter the pain. Which is why a lot of my lessons had to do with poison. She'd splash poison onto me and make me fight.
Hmm.
Or deal with it. It is a bit sad and pathetic, but have I struggle with the sound of splash potions.
Hmm.
I can push through it. It just bothers me, irritates me, I suppose. It was unfortunate when I was in the Nether, and Morena kept splashing me with fire protection potions,
Hmm.
and it just brought back a lot of bad memories. I can deal with it; it's fine. But I'm glad Helia has been making me non-splash fire resistance potions. It's a bit pathetic, I know, but
No. The brain works in such mysterious ways.
yes, I am unfazed by poison, withering. I have felt harming potions. I have felt all sorts of damage, and yet the sound of a splash potion is what affects me.
Everyone has their weaknesses.
It is true.
I believe both of the visitors tonight cut themselves short and request that you sleep. So I don't mean to keep you up much longer.
It is alright. I have enjoyed our conversation. Much more calmer than the other two.
I'm afraid I don't know you quite well enough to reach the candor that the others had, but
The level of stupidity.
yes. Apologize, I'm not aware that a friendship would make you stupider unless you mean by caring, in which I can see that leading to stupid actions.
No, it's I feel as though whenever I'm around Roinar, I turn into an idiot. Sometimes just the banter and jokes that we do.
Interesting.
But that may just be because he is an idiot. It's rubbing off on me. I don't like it.
And Helia the same? You would say she's a idiot?
No, just a bit goofy
Ah.
sometimes. I think some Nazarians tend to have I guess I would call it a silly streak. You get to know them enough, and there is a silly side to all of them, from what I know. I don't know every Nazarian, but they seem to be a rough exterior and rambunctious interior, I suppose.
Well, like you had said, if once you get out of here, you have the time available, I would quite enjoy getting to socialize with the three of you and perhaps tour the Nether. That would be enjoyable.
I think that would be nice.
I would leave the box for you again, but I do not wish to make another yet again.
Do you think you could inquire something for me?
I can try.
I don't want Kelly to really get in trouble for things, but I don't know the rules on if someone were to come and talk to me from.
Above?
Mhm.
I can look into it, but it may just be a flaw of the construction of this place.
I know that a few people were interested in maybe doing that, but I think that maybe only. I don't know if people are really allowed to come into the
They
castle.
should not.
I will make sure to let them know then.
If not a direct law, I believe it would be a sign of respect. I want to go trampling around in someone else's house, let alone place of power.
I see. They were only interested because I told them that Kelly had done it. And they didn't do it, but they had thought about it. And I wanted to make sure the rules on it so that in case they ever tried, I would tell them no.
Of course. At least having to go through a night, me currently, I believe keeps everyone involved safe. But, like I said, what do I know? Enjoy your evening.
You as well.